I think we're all a bit scared of traumatizing our children at this point, aren't we? Like, I can't be the only one. I'm pretty sure that if you asked any millennial mum out here in the thick of it, which part of motherhood scares her the most, she will point you toward the full body terror that she feels at the prospect of damaging her children somehow. As a psychologist, I know that some of that fear comes from our biological wiring. I understand that during pregnancy, we undergo a kind of deep reprogramming to make us the most effective protection machines for our children. So some of the fear we feel is just a mother brain doing exactly what it was built to do. But I think a lot of this fear was amplified when we threw gentle parenting into the mix. And I'm not talking about the original version of it. I'm talking about the version of it that it has become. I think what started out as be responsive to the emotional needs of your child has turned into make sure you get this right every time. Like what started as your child's feelings matter somehow turned into your child's feelings must never be hurt. But I also think that something pretty vital was left out of the chat when we reimagined parenthood. What we failed to take into account is the limited capacity, full feeling human being being asked to implement these new parenting strategies. What this new way of doing things assumes is that the parent implementing these strategies has access to a level of emotional regulation, nervous system capacity, and modeled behavior that so many of us just didn't have access to when we were growing up. The leap between what parenting was when we were growing up and what it expects of us today has been huge, like too big, too far. So you've got a brain trying to avoid all of the worst case scenarios for our children. You've got a parenting method, a way of doing things that asks us to respond to every moment with emotional precision. And you've got a parent who's learning whilst they teach with almost no bandwidth because of the demands of modern parenting and an overstretched nervous system. Like, is it any wonder that what we're left with is this crippling fear that we're going to get it wrong for our kids, that we're somehow traumatizing them, that we're damaging them, that we're giving them something they're going to have to unpack later in therapy? But consider this me starting the conversation with you. I'd be really keen to hear your thoughts and experiences on this. And let's keep it kind and judgment-free, please.